went and gone alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention. And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run, Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Brady now to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Brady now on first down. And Kittle catching the slant. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's to Cook out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Brady. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Again, it's Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 10th NFL season now, a 2-time Pro Bowler, Kirk Cousins.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 7 catches, 56 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
They'll run with Cook, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep, and he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Cousins. Ebron caught left side. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
From the 31, Cousins. He'll drop this one off to Swift. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Brady. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he goes out right around the 39. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. From the 22, Cousins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. And he fires one incomplete. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Here's Brady to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Yeets or Gross Matos. Drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Play action now. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Pernell McPhee always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first. On the ground, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Brady. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter.
On second down, Mostert.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Cousins now. Caught left side by Cobb. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Brady now on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Cousins on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Cousins.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw into the hands of Cobb.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 8.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Butker's kick here is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From the 6.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Dante Hightower on the stop. From the 27, Cousins. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd and 9, Brady, and he rifles one incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now Cousins lets it fly deep for Cobb, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
That's been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, the same target, same result. It's Kittle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Brady going to throw. Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, now Brady. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. back to the ground. Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Running for it, here's Cook, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Open man, here is Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
That's swung out to Mostert.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, Swift.
Wiggles free. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go, baby. You ain't going to burn me.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And some room to maneuver. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Cousins on 1st down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. That catch good for only a couple. From the 16, Cousins. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the air again, it's Cousins. Caught left side by Cobb. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing, Cousins. Caught on the slant, and it's a Packers touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon, and the Packers add on to their lead. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Brady, got to have this one. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one is incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
And he'll find Pittman.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st down, Swift.
It was Jamel Dean who brought him down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins. Oh, he stays up. This is Cobb with a catch right side. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
They hand it off to Mostert.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
taken at about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 27, Brady. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Brady. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Brady to throw again. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Brady to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. He'll find Metcalf. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. That throw by Brady incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to... And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Slide for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the
Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Cousins fighting to stay upright. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Cousins now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Brady. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's complete. It's Cook.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Brady. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now Brady. And this is incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady now to throw.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. To throw is Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One final try now for Brady.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Green Bay, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.